You.
We've got to talk about Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy finally responded to Alex Stein storming his headquarters on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday was what, Wednesday? So it took Dave Portnoy a couple days to figure out what he wanted to say to Alex Stein. And that's mature. That's honest.
He took time to think about it.
He took time to think about it. Right. He didn't want to fly off the handle and say something really fucking stupid.
Lest Barstool be known for being unprofessional.
Right. Lest Barstool is known as a bunch of reactionary neckbeards who try to accommodate for their lack of masculinity by talking about sports a lot. I looked at those guys who were doing that podcast when Alex Stein got in there, and I'm like, you got to ban these guys from having beards. Like, there's too much overcompensating for being a dork. You know, Corey and I were talking about this yesterday. Sports is now so much like analytics and dorky, nerdy shit. We should have never let him in.
No.
Should have never let him in. Because now Barstool has these guys who are like, yeah, aren't we rough and rugged? It's like, probably not. You're Metropolis kind of soft.
That's the thing. When you look behind the curtains, yes, Metropolis is a great word.
Yeah, I mean, but Barstool has this... They have this MO of like, yeah, we're guys. But if you really listen to Barstool stuff, like I look at guys who are super into Barstool sports and I'm like, oh, you're trying to figure out how to like imitate Guy.
I feel like, wow, should we make it so that you have to earn your beard, kind of like the Dothraki earn their long hair?
Yeah, like
it gets cut off when you're a bitch.
I'm not growing a beard. I'm not that guy. But neither are these big fat tubs at Barstool who are sitting there talking about sports because they're kind of lacking testosterone in other places in life. So they're like, well, I know how to get a quick, cheap testosterone pop. I'll be a sports guy. Aaron says like he doesn't have the quintessential nerdy sports guy look minus the beard. I'm not the guy doing the beard, though. I'm not sitting here going, yeah, I'm a fucking lumberjack.
Right, I'm a man's man.
Fucking love football, and I'm a total queeb for it. That's it. Well, Dave Portnoy finally made his response to Alex Stein storming his headquarters. Now, if you're Dave Portnoy and people are asking you, because there's been this feud between him and Alex Stein because Alex Stein, we'll ask Alex about it tomorrow, but after we kiss and make up, we'll talk to him about the Portnoy thing.
Okay.
I guess that he doesn't like the way Alex treated the abortion stuff. I guess Alex did some man on the street stuff about abortion. Dave Portnoy felt like he was harassing women and shit like that.
Oh, really?
And, Dave Portnoy likes abortion. I'm not sure, but a guy with Dave Portnoy's lifestyle, there is a chance that he's knocked up some gals before and would rather they didn't have his offspring. It's a possibility.
I understand.
There's a possibility that could happen. Well, Dave, also what I'd like to point out in this video we're about to watch, you tell me if I'm off base in saying that maybe Dave needs to back off of Adderall a little bit.
I will observe.
Why don't you observe and tell me if Dave I'm not saying he does Adderall. I'm saying in this video it looks like he
seems jacked up on something such as Adderall.
He seems altered, and if he does take Adderall, he may not, but if he does take Adderall, it may be time to scale back the dosage. Here's Dave Portnoy, again, taking a couple days, like you said, so he didn't overreact to the Alex Stein thing.
And fucking slap him in the face. I don't think that guy's been slapped yet, so I'm glad he got slapped. Yeah. You hear people be like, "Oh, they should charge assault charge." He should have been shot.
Oh my God!
There you go. And by the way, the reason I say Adderall, the jumping around,
you know what I think that is?
What?
I think he is so flustered that Alex Stein walked into his building the other day that he's still like angry about it, and I think that is like an angry, anxious fucking bouncing around.
You have to,
because he can't cause pain, he can only talk about it.
There's this thing in internet war where you can't let them see you sweat. Too many guys do this. Too many guys let their emotions get the best of them.
He's boiling over with it.
Like with the homeless guy in Florida, our whole thing was supposed to be, I'm supposed to make this 45-minute video going back at him and like, you son of a bitch, I know this game too well. What you do is you go, dude, the fact that you're going to this level, I think says a lot about you. It's really pathetic. It's really sad. You're having a meltdown. And then what happened? Everybody in the podcast world went, yeah, he is. That is, it's kind of a scumbag, shitbag thing to do. I'm definitely not on that guy's side. But if you go on and do a 45-minute thing or like Dave Portnoy's doing here where you're, well, you know what should have happened to that guy is he should have been shot. Alex Stein is a self-admitted troll. If he gets you to say that he wants you to be shot,
that's a win for him.
That's a W for Alex Stein.
Yeah. Don't say that.
Yeah, because number one, Alex Stein knows he's not going to shoot him.
No, he can't.
So you're getting Dave Portnoy to be filled with impotent rage.
Yes.
So this impotent rage that Dave has, I know he thinks like, oh, I'm sounding like a badass saying he should have been shot. Nobody thinks that's badass after the age of 6. You know, like, oh, I would have taken him and I would have went, and then he would have thrown one at me and I would have went, and then I would have went.
And by the way, to go as far as to say, like, even the slap to me was too much. Like, Alex didn't do anything except walk in your door with a camera.
And start shouting and bring a shirtless guy in there. Like, look.
I understand he brought the shirtless guy and stuff, but, like, he's not physically touching anything. I mean... And they fucking flocked quickly.
My thing with Dave here, the mistake Dave's making, and I would be embarrassed to be on screen with him, honestly, if you're going on a rant like this. To me, it looks like you're taking some kind of medication. But also, you're clearly showing that you're worked up about it. Mm-hmm. You're clearly showing that this got to you. This Alex Stein thing, you don't like that it's not going away. Why don't you two sit down and do a show?
That would have been great for views, too.
It's not at a level where you guys can't rein this thing back in. Like, so far, all that's happened is you've shit on his stance on abortion. He's made fun of you. He's made pizza videos. He's very tongue-in-cheek teased you. Mm-hmm. He's gone into your office and yelled for you. I mean, that's all shit they do in pro wrestling and boxing, building up a fight.
Very pro wrestling.
Right, so he hasn't done anything that makes this so you can't retrieve it.
Okay, but now Dave might have now. I know that he can't go shoot Alex Stein, of course, right. But it's not... What does Alex Stein have to, like, go sit on a show with a guy who says that, though, now? I don't know.
Right, you've also... Yeah, you've given Alex the out.
He has the win now.
Yeah.
And fucking slap him in the face. I don't think that guy's been slapped yet, so I'm glad he got slapped. Yeah. You hear people be like, "Oh, they should charge assault charge." He should have been shot. If we had a gun at front, a ski mask, and a deranged homeless man trying to barge in, bang, bang,
yeah.
Hey, right.
The thing is the actor, which is the craziest part. Yeah,
that's the craziest part to you.
Is it? I think it would have.
I know people like this big cat guy, but he's another one of those big dumb sports oafs. Like, who is probably out of his depth talking about this with Dave Portnoy. Like, yeah, that's the craziest part is the guy's an actor. No, the craziest part is that Alex Stein showed up at your headquarters and started shouting for Dave Portnoy. I think you're missing the forest for the trees if you go, you know what the crazy part is? The guy with his tits out was an actor. Like, no, I'm pretty sure it's the shouty Islanders hat-wearing guy with his tits out. Him being an actor or not being an actor doesn't make it the craziest part.
I agree.
Tico, Texas, who is a person who shouldn't be around people, coming up and smacking someone in the head, that's a pretty crazy part of this whole thing. Mm-hmm. The fact that guy was an actor is a side note.
This big cat guy did not look favorably, though, when Dave said, oh, he should have been shot. His face was kind of like,
And fucking slap him in the face. I don't think that guy's been slapped yet, so I'm glad he got slapped. Yeah. You hear people be like, oh, they should charge assault charge. He should have been shot. If we had a gun at front, a ski mask, and a deranged homeless man trying to barge in, bang, bang.
Yeah.
Hey,
right. The thing is the actor, which is the craziest part.
Yeah, bang, bang, you're dead.
I don't know. That didn't sound like he disavowed.
No, I thought his face did for a second.
No, you know what it was?
Oh, that was a little
You know what
rich.
it was? It was laughing. It was, yes, boss. Yeah, absolutely, boss. Oh, should have been shot, boss. I think this guy down here is a little creeped out. I think he understands that Dave's not handling this the right way.
Okay.
It's all those people who want that will be like, well, if you come into my house, I can shoot you with my gun. All right, well, if you have two lunatics, a guy wearing a ski mask, bang, bang, and hey, fat Tubelar, bang. Sorry, we told you to leave.
Again, either Dave is way too worked up over this or he's on something.
To me, he comes off as very worked up, like he's over the top angry.
How do people who, like, he's owned a company that's been internet-based for over a decade now. How do you not know how this works? The guy comes into your headquarters yelling for you so he can humiliate you. And he's hoping that you go on tilt and start saying some crazy shit. So then you do exactly. I hope Dave doesn't think this is a good look.
I think he does. I think he looks like he's strong-arming Alex Stein by saying, like, oh, no, I think somebody should have shot you. because you're that bad.
What I do like about what Alex did is this kind of exposing these male demographic sports guys as kind of soft bitches.
Yeah, he did a good job of that.
I look at Dave Portnoy. I don't see a guy who's getting in any fist fights. You know?
Nope. A lot of bark.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of bark. He's a smart ass, and I don't necessarily dislike Dave Portnoy. I think he's doing a terrible job here. But like a lot of smart ass talk, like kind of one of the guys who would talk a big game, and then when someone shows up, go hide behind the big cat over here.
Sure.
When they're all like, "You leave." No, he didn't. Danny was like pushing him. The
guy's
like 900. The guy's 900 pounds.
Yeah, Danny was just throwing people out of the club. Like I actually the person I felt the worst for, I wasn't here. Kevin, were you here? I don't think you were here. The person I felt the worst for is Mike, security guard Mike.
Yeah,
because he's been waiting for that moment forever.
He wanted it so bad.
Like I actually for Christmas.
Oh yeah, he wanted it. Oh yeah, all of our guys. See that fake masculinity shit they're doing? Oh yeah, they all wanted to go after him. Well, then why didn't they slap him like the black lady did?
Right.
The black lady had the balls to slap the guy in the face, but all you men, all you guys, oh, he really wanted it. He's wanted that smoke for a long time. Then why didn't you, man? I mean, Tico, Texas came up there and just went up to him and fuck you, bitch. Smacked him in the head.
This Kevin guy just gave me serious Opie vibes. Were you listening to
this guy here?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This gift, I might just hire that actor,
same guy
to come back when Mike's here. Just be like, you deserve it. You deserve it. Yeah.
Oh, he wasn't there. Mike wasn't
Two more things on this. A, the clip of Spider coming around the corner
yeah.
with the Stone Cold music. Yeah.
You don't want that. You don't want Spider coming around the corner on your ass.
Again,
He's
all
tiny.
All you guys are sitting there. You don't want. They sound like a bunch of 6-year-olds who are like, and I would have done this, and like everyone's like, oh, you don't want Spider coming on your. I'm sure Spider's coming on your ass is very frightening. I'm sure if Spider comes on your ass,
that would be scary.
That's something you don't want. Absolutely.
But coming around the corner, though.
Although I'm sure when it comes to the kind of guys that Barstool hires, unsolicited coming on the ass, not out of the realm of possibility. Definitely look a little, they pick out the certain girl at the party who's maybe had a couple.
The holiday party or something.
You know. Well, anyway, this is a bad look for Barstool because Dave Portnoy comes right out of the gate with, I should have been shot. And then instead of that being a joke, he's like, no. People are going to make the argument in this Adderall twitch that he's got going on. People would make the argument that you come into my house, I could shoot you. Well, they came in here, I should have been able to shoot them. Yes, an open business is just like someone's private residence. It's the exact same thing. And then these other guys, they're lucky Mike wasn't here. Oh, Spider came around the corner.
Hold on.
Spider is rat. His whole family's rats.
So if you're not supposed to be able to just walk into the Barstool building, why was it, you know what I mean? I kind of just walked in there like it's no big deal.
It's the most overused word on the internet, but this is a cope.
Right.
Big time. I mean, what's wrong with saying, he came into our offices, he made a big stink, and we kicked him out?
You should have said, he embarrassed himself.
Weird flex, dude, but okay. But now this makes what Alex did even more effective.
Yes, it does.
And who is that fat guy who works with the other fat? They must just hire fat guys.
It's Big Cat. Oh, sorry. You were asking about. I thought he was asking about.
You ought to talk about hiring fat guys.
Yeah, we saw the guys on your podcast.
Wow.
It was all as Jesse Lee would say, beta. Big fat guys who wore beards so they could pump their testosterone up.
You were a bunch of tubs of goo that said, "I don't get paid enough to get involved."
Right. When the little black girl was out there just smacking people, all your big fat tub of goos and your spiders, they were all sitting there going, "I don't know what's going on. I don't know.
I'm just going to turn around and pretend it's not happening."
You don't want Spider coming around the corner on your ass. Spider, come around the corner.
How about the fact that all Alex needs to do is have a loud voice and people fucking behave this way?
Right, exactly. All he did was come in there and start talking really loud.
Yes.
God.
The old sports guy, the black guy who, Jason
Whitlock?
Whitlock. I saw him too. He's like, this was really funny. Anybody who thinks that's funny shouldn't be allowed to breathe air.
So you're advocating for all of us to die now.
So we should all just die if we thought. Now, Dave, we understand you don't think it was funny. You were the one being humiliated. And by the way, it wasn't that funny until this reaction.
Which, so what? Alex was playing the long game here.
No, this is just a bonus.
You know,
this is just a bonus for Alex.
I thought it was pretty good. And
know,
the reaction he got from them was worth it.
What was funny was Alex yelling about, "Don't say anything about my biological father." That was funny. It's a legit funny line.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Dave Portnoy is making it funnier because he thinks people should die for enjoying what happened to his company.
You should not be allowed to breathe air.
Dave, if this is all so terrible and this guy's such a big piece of shit, go find him and punch him in the face then. I hate these guys. This is what I hate about these Barstool guys. Just say that you're corporate guys who have something to lose. I hate this rebel renegade bullshit. Don't play the rebel, the renegade when you sold your company to a big corporation that does sports gambling. So now you got to be all in with the sports gambling. And don't do, he's changed. There's been a couple things that he's changed content-wise because I guess the company that owns them is like, no, that's detrimental to our company. Okay. It's detrimental to our brand and all that. I don't like this fake rebel shit. Back when Barstool was independent, you could be the rebels. You could be the renegade. You're the man now. You can't go around punching people in the face. You're corporate. You can't go around saying, hey, you shoot people. You ain't going to shoot shit. And I think that's what Alex knows. He can go into Barstool anytime, and you guys aren't going to do anything but talk about what you should have done after he does it.
Yes. And I feel like if you have like your head guy talking like this, you're going to start rotting from the inside out, are you not?
He's losing it a little bit. And like I said, in my opinion, it does seem like there's maybe some prescription bottles, some Adderall laying around. I don't know if he's taking them or not. In my opinion, this seems like he's a little more jacked up. If Alex Stein got him this riled up and this isn't Adderall aided, then that's pretty bad. But if it's Adderall aided and you're threatening to shoot people, you should probably back it off a little bit.
I could see Alex getting him this riled up just because they've had prior encounters with each other.
Alex Stein has gone on 2 shows now and talked shit about this program. We've, on a couple of videos, talked shit about his work. We're going to do a show together on Friday. Mm-hmm. We're going to be fine at the end of it. Yeah. Because he and I are both performers who know that we're entertaining our audiences.
What was the second one? Him shitting on us to my face?
Bubba and Simcast. Okay.
Yeah. What is... They're like, oh, you got him. Again, you paid a guy to act like a lunatic, his pants around his ankles, his shirt off, and a guy in a ski mask. Like, what did you expect to happen? You just waltz right in?
That's one of those like prank culture people who are just like,
but that's not even a prank.
Yeah, they're gay, bro. Yeah, they're beneath us. Prank culture. Anyway, do you think the Jets are going to cover against the Lions this weekend?
Who says prank culture?
Prank culture. Christ almighty,
guys.
We're
vanilla over
Just
here.
admit that this shook you up a little and we can move on. We don't have to, all of the excuses, if Mike was here, look out for Spider, we should have shot him.
Yeah, you could stop puffing your feathers for 2 seconds to just say, hey, that was shitty. Like it looked like a homeless dude in a ski mask guy walked in with Alex Stein and that freaked us out. So you could have just said something that's minor, like said, it was stupid, guys, don't do that.
Right.
But now we're
nothing.
Prank.
Right. Yeah, that's we don't know nobody knows who you are. One guy looks like he's ready to rob the place, and the other guy is acting like a deranged homeless. Again, bang, bang, bang. That's what should have happened.
I'm telling you, he's bouncing around. That's aided. Either he's that on tilt from Alex, which I don't believe. He's bouncing around like a fucking pinball, like bang, bang, but we should shoot these guys. Holy shit. That's...
I've seen men pretty mad before. Like, he just strikes me as severely pissed off.
These guys got to work. He's got to work on his adrenaline control. He's got to work on his conflict control.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex wins when you start saying Alex should be shot and anyone who thinks that's funny should be dead.
What great fodder for him to go on about.
Right. Dave, you said I should have been shot. Dave, do you really think I should have been shot? I mean, that's a terrible thing to say. Dave, you're my favorite sports guy. And you think I should be shot? That's not something you say.
Like, all right, let's just...
It's going to get there. That impression is going to get there.
Wipe them up and throw them in the trash and move on.
You just fucking killed them. See you later.
UFC.
Did that KFC guy just say, yeah, just kill them and see you later?
Wait, what happened? Like, all right, let's just wipe them up and throw them in the trash and move on.
You just fucking killed them. See you later.
I mean, guys, all they did was walk like 4 feet into your building and start yelling your name.
That's what I mean. Like, at worst, they were noisy and they didn't look right. Like, nobody was causing any violence here.
Yeah, I mean, Dave really doesn't know how to handle this.
Yeah.
Dave is really not looking good on this one. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll go to the chat. We'll see what they say. One person says Moneyball is killing baseball. I 1,000% believe that. That not the Moneyball. It was the analytics shit.
Okay.
Like the sabermetrics and stuff. It's just so stupid. And I mean, there is a big part of sports that is feel and in the moment and your gut and stuff.
There wasn't replays everywhere.
You can't have calculations handle every decision you make. One of your co-hosts is fat with a dirty homeless beard. Maybe you're being critical of the wrong beard, says Curly Adam. Look, I find the beard to be overused in all walks of life. I feel like it's...
You're not a beard guy.
The beard used to have a function. Now it's a chihuahua in a purse, to me. Like,
people dye them pink?
Yes, exactly. Dave was not political until the Roe v. Wade thing got repealed. Right, like, and you're a dude. Like, what is it? The content you've put out there does not exactly scream that you're Mr. Feminist. So is this like a self-preservation thing? Like, do you need the institution of abortion? Is that what this is about?
Maybe.
God's Note says, God's Note and Lemmy both say Dave self-admittedly does Adderall. Okay, well, then I don't have to say I think. He needs to cut back on that shit.
Yeah, if you're behaving this way, calm the fuck down.
Dave needs to fucking scale back the Adderall. It's not his buddy. If you're going in there going, a guy came in and pulled a prank on me, we should have shot him. We should have just killed him. And he's doing this shit. And I'm animated when I talk.
How do you live that way? Yeah. I feel like your heart's going to explode just from you being angry. Yeah. Or you're going to have an aneurysm.
Thank you very much to Benton J.A. Appreciate that very much, buddy. That's very nice of you. We appreciate it. Primetime got what he wanted, says Jack Zim. He got the W. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no point in doing the show anymore. He doesn't need to.
Curly Adams says Dave's biggest mistake is being worth $100 million and caring what people like Alex Stein say. Right. And I would say that on both ends. Like, neither of you should give a fuck what anybody on the internet thinks of you. You're bigger than them.
I think Alex is quite a bit younger, though, and he'll get around to it.
Yeah, I think so, too. Lark Bark says, now he's wishing death on Alex Stein. Damn, what a psycho. It's to me, that's the Adderall talking. Maybe Alex has him that fucked up, but that's the Adderall talking.
Doesn't the Adderall just amplify whatever you've got rattling around up here? So I don't think it's just the Adderall.
Yeah, that's fair. The Trafficking African says Tico, Texas has the highest T count in that office.
Not untrue.
You're not wrong. She's definitely got the biggest balls.
And then chick with the braids right after her.
Right. All these other people are sitting there going, oh, here's what I would have done. Here's what I would have done. Oh, Mike and Spider and all of our guys, they would have done something. They didn't do shit.
The two women are like, I literally slapped him.
You got an office full of weak men who are all talk, Dave. You got to get rid of all of them. If you want some hard pipe hitting to come by and do your business for you, then you got to get rid of that fucking Spider. Because if Spider's the hard ass he would have had that Alex Stein in a chokehold and he would have rear naked choke and got his back. Spider's a bitch. Remember I said that. Spider is all talk. You guys think he's tough around the office because you're all a bunch of fake beard having sports talk guys. Stop it. I don't know anything about Spider.
He looks little in stature.
I just want to encourage Spider to act out. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to get Spider to act out.
You're inciting.
I'm inciting Spider. I just hate it when guys talk like that. You know what? Spider coming around the corner. I guarantee whatever you mean by that, Spider is not that guy. I promise.
No, he's not the big thing from Lord of the Rings. He's like a tiny little cartoon smiley spider.
Exactly. No, I thought you said, I'm all right, Spider. No, you ain't all right, Spider. Snubnose Media, I love Snubnose. He says she only did that because she's a girl and was banking on them not hitting her back. Yeah, but at least all these other guys are sitting there going, here's what I would have done. Here's what I would have done. She's the only one who did it.
I bet you, though, that Alex and his guys probably go into these things having said, hey, if they hit us, don't fucking hit them back. Yeah. Because that's an obvious win.
People in the chat saying, you don't want Spider shooting his silk on you. Look out. Aaron, why don't you tweet that Dave and his group is a little bitch for not stepping up to Alex and then a black lady handle his business. I did. I tweeted that when I put up the link to the Alex Stein clip that we put up on this. And I'll put it up when I put this one up today. I'll say the same thing. I mean, you can't really tell a guy, why don't you say that here? I'm saying it into a fucking microphone on YouTube.
That's true. I mean, this can get somewhere.
I don't think I could be more open with how I feel about this situation.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Adam, the man, 60 Nan, says, I like some guys on Barstool, but Dave is putting them in a bad position right now because I'm sure some of them like Alex. Well, one of the guys who was kicking him out was laughing while he was doing it.
Well, and Alex recognized one of them, like that bigger dude, as a fan of his.
Right.
So, and he was yelling that at the door.
Curtis Versus says, KFC is a funny dude too. I don't care. I like Barstool. No, I'm sure they're all very good comedians. I just hate all this phony male posturing they're doing. No, if they're funny guys, they're funny guys. That's great. Good for them. Wonderful. Mm-hmm. But the whole, we should have shot him and we could have. Stop it. You ain't going to do shit. Big Cat, KFC, Dave Portnoy. Dave Portnoy, you built a great thing in Barstool. Stay in that lane. Stay in that box. You're doing perfect. Big Cat, you're a really witty guy with your rankings and stuff. Perfect. Awesome. KFC, you've got some, funny sports banter. That's great. That's wonderful. Don't do the tough guy thing. It's not you. You can't back it up. You're not good at it. Don't. And when you do it to a guy like Alex Stein gets the W every time.
I feel like most guys don't look legit when they posture that way.
Most guys can't. That's because most of us grew up pretty well. Yeah. We didn't fight.
You didn't need the fight.
I had to learn how to fight later in life. And boy,
even that's not the same type of fighting, though.
And boy, did I have to learn that lesson pretty hard a couple of times.
You did, but again, that's not like picking a fight with somebody. That's
right. That's not fighting
you're doing
in the
it
street.
For sport.
Yeah, that's not.
You don't have like an anger behind that.
Right. None of these guys are fighting Alex Stein in the Barstool headquarters. I don't care how much they posture. I don't care how much of a fucking short-circuited mental case this spider guy is. He ain't doing shit at work. All right?
Right.
End of story. Dave lost a bunch of money in FTX. Well, that's too bad. I mean, just because the guy talks like an idiot and is on tilt and Adderall from Alex Stein doesn't mean that he should lose a lot of his money in the FTX thing. Adam Price says, yeah, I'll cut off your air if you come in my office. No more air breathing. What a weird thing to say.
But you all die.
If you thought that was funny, you don't deserve to breathe air. Can I tell you what that is, by the way? That's you're not good at like just improving lines. So you just go with something.
I feel like these people are like thoroughly embarrassed by Alex Stein right now.
Aaron Stole My Kid says Barstool went to shit when they sold out. So happy Pat McAfee left when he did. And now has the best sports show out there. Yeah, Pat McAfee's fucking huge right now. James McKeon says they don't have ratchets at Barstool. Guns are hard to get in New York. Yeah, you can't shoot people in New York. I mean, unless you do it illegally. Yeah.
Wasn't New York the one that was trying to get some kind of legislation going to be able to carry guns? Do you remember that?
New York?
Yeah, we talked about it on the show quite a while back.
Maybe on the state level, but not New York City. They would never do that.
I remember we talked about it and we're like, that would be so fucking wild.